Yo, Charlie, how are we holding up? Alright, I'm picking them off, but they're getting close. Oh god, Charlie, what happened? The bastards have a sniper set up in the back. Lucky he didn't rip my head off. No kidding, they aren't holding back anything for this goddamn assault. Yeah. On that note, can you check over the wall for me? So, they've moved up. Damn it, it's gonna take me at least 10 seconds to patch this wound, and by that time they'll be much too close for me to take them out without dying. What do we do, Bob? Do we go down swinging with shovels? We can take down at least one, and backup should be here in about 20 seconds or so to clean up whoever's left. No need. I got this handled. One down. What? Two down. You can't be serious. What about the sniper? You can't possibly take him down with that gun. Of course not. That's why I need you. You're absolutely insane. Thank you. We fire on 3. 1, 2, 3. And you called me a dumbass for taking a pistol to war. It's still a bad idea. The Model 29 is a strange weapon to see on the battlefield, being a relatively small .44 Magnum revolver with unassuming visuals and not much presence among most players. Despite this, it stands out as an exceptionally nimble option that hits quite hard at close range, allowing for reliable follow-up shots and a constant source of pressure snipers will regret ignoring after even just a short moment. While not quite a weapon built for top scoring, the mounds of corpses that you put a bullet into before an ally cleaned them up speak of the impact you have for your frontliners. The Model 29 sits at a comfortable 46 damage to the body with a massive 2x headshot multiplier that boosts it up to 92 on anyone up close. Most foes will take 2 to 3 bullets to go down, depending on your accuracy, but if they're extremely nimble, it can take 4, 5, or even all 6 shots to kill them, which will leave you pretty exposed once they're finally dead. Admittedly, even if you do have excellent aim, the weapon not being able to one-shot headshot is a pretty big drawback, because it means that most of the other close-range rifleman weapons will kill you faster than you can kill them, most of the shotguns will kill you faster than you can kill them, and most of the submachine guns will kill you faster than you can kill them. But hey, at least you'll get an assist once your teammates clean up the kill, so there's that. At range, the damage of this weapon drops to a moderate 20 to the body and 40 to the head, which means you either need 3 headshots or 5 body shots to take someone down. The latter being a very tall order at that range considering you have to hit pretty much your entire magazine. Don't be fooled though. 40 damage is still quite a lot of damage, which means that if you spot an oblivious enough opponent and you have a good angle, you can cave in their skull quite easily and nab yourself an extra kill. In terms of performance, the weapon has a staggering rounds per minute of 273, but it only holds 6 rounds a cylinder, which means you'll be seeing the thankfully short reload of 2 seconds more often than you will be putting lead down range. The weapon also comes with very low recoil, only being a problem if you are firing at that maximum speed, and with a headfire spread of 0.7 degrees, which means that in the case you get ambushed or you simply don't have the time to aim down sight, you can still hit your target most of the time. Where it really shines though is with its speed. A run speed of 100% and an ADS speed of 90% means aiming in has almost no penalty on your movement at all, making a close range ADS to guarantee a headshot not the worst idea if you aren't entirely trustworthy of your hip fire. It also makes getting around the map quite easy, letting you reposition to get closer to your enemies for better damage or to secure a sneaky angle for some ambush kills. As you may have guessed from that previous section, the speed of this weapon clues you into how it's meant to be used and where it excels. As a medium and close range poke tool, focusing on hitting exposed targets, but it still maintains utility at longer ranges as an option to pester snipers or keep people at bay to buy your team time. Firstly, one of the universal principles to learn with this weapon is that after every kill you get, or whenever you have more than a second of peace, you're going to want to reload the weapon. Now, can you get kills with less than a full cylinder of ammunition? Yes, but you're really risking the chance of getting caught out mid-reload in the middle of a fight, and that takes your already not so great odds even lower. Lucky for you, your small cylinder size and fast reloads mean that you will have to step up from the battle pretty frequently, but when you do it's never for too long and you're fully stocked when you return to the gunfight. When playing at close range, you're going to have to be extremely careful of shotguns and submachine guns because, as mentioned before, they have a firepower advantage over you. To negate said advantage, you're going to want to play behind cover and peek out to land quick headshots or several shots in quick succession. Not only will you be taking less damage from them or having them miss shots entirely, you'll be able to land consistent damage on them and either severely wound them to take them out of the fight or flat out kill them. Additionally, the tight hipfire and high mobility are key factors in close range combat, letting you dart between constructs and trenches to bamboozle the enemy and stay out of the path of high power weapons such as a PPSH or a striker, so that when they finally swarm the trench, you're 20 blocks away with your gun aimed directly at their head. When using the weapon at medium range, unlike your previous playstyle, you're instead going to want to take advantage of its agile design for increased mobility whilst aiming down sights trying to land headshots. When you're actually firing the gun, shoot a tiny bit slower than the maximum speed it allows. This will let your sight realign between shots, but even while you're doing this, you can still put 4 to 5 bullets downrange in just a couple of seconds before you duck into cover to reload, heal, or hide from an enemy that's rushing you. When you're playing like this, the ability to strafe side to side at an unmatched speed like any other weapon means that you're going to be extremely hard to hit as long as you're not moving in a predictable pattern, which means that you're either going to be wasting your enemy's time or wasting your enemy's time and conserving health while still managing to kill them in 2-3 headshots depending on where you hit them. In terms of long range combat, this is not necessarily the weapon of choice. Being a handgun revolver, you lose a lot of damage at range, and missing 1 or 2 bullets means that you can't secure kills. But landing headshots on unaware or stationary opponents will take them down in a simple 3 shots, and even if you can't actually get kills, you can set up kills for your team. This is because the revolver, dealing 40 damage on headshot, puts the enemy at a health threshold where pretty much all other marksman rifles or sniper rifles can land a long-range headshot and then secure the kill, which, for most experienced snipers, they'll notice this and then immediately dash into cover or build around them, which will buy you at least 8 seconds of not getting shot by them. Now, at this point in the video, you, the viewer, might be asking yourself, well, hey, Giza Planet, I've got a question. You keep saying all this stuff about putting lead down range, taking pot shots, firing quickly and all of that, but the revolver is a rifleman weapon, and rifleman weapons are notoriously bad with ammunition. That's one of their balancing factors. Aren't you going to have that issue as well? Not quite, because, you see, the revolver has a unique quirk that I have neglected to mention. You do not hold 3, nor 6, but 12 reserve cylinders of ammunition. That is 78 bullets to actually, when you respawn, and you restock more than half of that from an ammunition box. That means that you're almost never going to have ammunition problems in a game. Most of the time you're going to die before you actually run out of ammo. In the case you do run out of ammo, you can either just find an ammo box scattered around, or you can take advantage of your increased run speed and just go back to the tent to restock. It is one of the biggest perks of this weapon compared to other rifles. So, if you're going to be putting a lot of lead down range, that's great and all, but it usually helps if you have someone that can, well, assist you to actually kill the people that you're landing bullets into. Otherwise, you're just farming a lot of fancy damage statistics for not much results. This is where having a duo is absolutely excellent. You can play it like the 2 blue members in the start of this video, where you have one of them on revolver and one of them on a higher power weapon, where they can clean up kills or set up kills for the revolver, and they can also just trade in and out of combat, and the revolver can kind of hold down the line and suppress enemies as the sniper is reloading or healing or whatever is going on. You can also be a little bit more devious and have the other person run shotgun, which means that when you move up and you get those massive 90, 80, 70 damage headshots at close range, you don't have to land another bullet to actually kill them. You have your shotgunner pop out, blam, kills them, and then they duck back into cover, and you're making the shotgunner's job easier. You're taking off a lot of their health, which means if the enemy's playing behind cover, only has part of their body exposed, they don't need to hit that many pellets to actually kill them. In conclusion, the Model 29 fits in as a very effective short-range side grade of the rifle. Instead of relying on long-range pressure and the ability to hold down a position with precise shots, it instead has constant damage output and the ability to evade enemy fire at medium range, whilst also being a massive threat with good aim at close range that can rival the likes of shotguns or submachine guns if played correctly. In the right hands, it can tear through badly organized groups, isolated threats, or a constant flood of enemies, and you can still harass the likes of the Mosin and the SVD. Just be careful because you will most likely get your head ripped off. It's also a good practice for if you want to use its big brother, the Colt Navy, a rugged yet skull-crushing relic that can spar with the shotguns, as long as your aim is good enough. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing the Colt Navy next in this series, if you couldn't tell from that little outro there, but let me know which guns you want to see in the comments below. As long as they are not the following guns on this list on screen, because these guns already have planned episodes. Anyways, that's all, and I'll see you all next time.